एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच पूता माता की आसीस निमक ना बेसरो तमको हर हर सदा भजहो जगदीश। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। गुरु प्यारी साध संगत जी, it's amazing that it has been 21 days where we have been putting our surti, our consciousness, our dhyan, our time to be listening, to be experiencing the Jeevani of Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devan Ji. We're extremely blessed because this whole Jeevani, in fact, Mataji truly choose the people, the Sangat that she wants to be knowing her Jeevani. And in that regard, we are very blessed to be chosen by Mataji, to be sitting here and gaining their blessings. This time, even though it might only be a biography for some people, but only some that actually fully, when we put our full dhyan in it, we have some experiences while listening, and even when we reciting it or while we reading it. Sometimes we do have these experiences which only we can understand. And in fact, maybe for some of us, we would take away perhaps something which is very fundamental in our life from this Jeevani, and perhaps any of the teaching that we learn from this Jeevani is maybe we are learning it for a reason because Mataji wants us to learn it, and perhaps there would be a time when we need to use this teaching. And in that way, everything happens for a reason. We are here because of the kirpa of Mataji, and we are learning, and whatever we are learning, whatever Mataji is giving us, is we are getting it for a reason as well. And for that we should be grateful to Mata Sahib Devan Ji, because in celebrating her Prakash Purb, we have got this opportunity to learn so much about them, their nature, and about their whole, how amazing their whole Pavitra Jeevani is. So yesterday we looked at how when the both of the Matawa at this time, Tan Tan Mata Sundari Ji and Tan Tan Mata Sahib Devan Ji, they are both the Mahal of Kalgitar Padshah Ji. They are living together in Delhi. And we saw yesterday when they found out about the Jyoti Jyot of Tan Tan Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. We spent few sessions before this covering the Jyoti Jyot of Kalgitar Padshah Ji in much details. And we also saw how Maharaj was giving darshan to Sangat, was giving their physical darshan, and is still giving their darshan to a lot of Gursikhs. So after that, we saw yesterday how these two Singhs that came from Dakhan, because we need to understand that now Guru Maharaj has left to Sachkhand. All their Singhs, they are everywhere. Some of them would choose to stay in Hajur Sahib. Some of them would go back to Punjab. And in that way, they are everywhere. And these two Singhs, they were heading back to Punjab. But before that, they visited them. They came to the Matawa. and they said to the Matama, we are now orphans, we are anath, because they basically told the Matama that Guru Maharaj has went to their true home. They have went to Sachkhand, and even though the Matama, they knew they were antarjami themselves, they knew it was only left for them to hear it physically from someone. And that time came. We saw yesterday that the Matama, when they heard that Guru Maharaj has left to Sachkhand, at first Mataji, Mata Sahib Devanji, she went into deep meditation. And when she went into deep meditation, she basically, the Sangat there also saw that Mataji is in deep meditation. And we also saw our Pankti yesterday from Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj that tells us that when a person is having a vichoda, a person is having a separation from Paramatma, no one can console them. No human is able to console them. And sometimes all they need, and it's a fact that the only person that can console them is Paramatma themselves. So that's why Mataji, she chose to take this asra of Paramatma, because she knew that the only person that would be able to console her, to make her feel better, is Paramatma. So that's why we saw yesterday the first thing that Mataji did when she got to know that this has happened, she went into meditation, and she went into very deep meditation. So after that, we saw that these things, they got her job organized. They had some job of Satan Banya. They organized this job. And they organized this job. And Mataji, her body was already not very well. She was quite weak. And after because she was not eating much, she was only eating as much as she needs. So when she got to know this, she became even more strict with her sleep and her diet, where she only sleep or eat a very minimal amount. And that is also according to the Pankti of Guru Maharaj themselves, Kalgitar Patsha Ji, where they say Alpa Ahar Sulapa Se Nindra. So we saw that Mataji, she stopped eating much, she stopped sleeping much. But she was already not sleeping and eating much, but now she has become even more firm in this routine. So therefore, Mataji practiced this, and the things, we saw who were the things there. And this is very detailed because it's important for us to know. For example, if someone might be wondering, where was Bhai Nandalalji in history? And we can see Bhai Nandalalji was after the whole prasang of Anandapur Sahib. Maybe if one day we are wondering where were Bhai Nandalalji, where did they go? So it's in historical events like this where we would see, oh, Bhai Nandalalji was with Mataji, because their name comes in to be one of the things that was with Mataji. So that tells us that Bhai Nandalalji was spending their time in Delhi. So that is how we actually we gain more information, we gain more knowledge, and that's also the reason the authors, they would include the specific details of the people that were there, or who were there, where were they staying, and everything, because all this would then help us in understanding our history as well. So we saw the things that were there at the time with Mataji. There were some young ones and there were some older ones. There were some very Siane Buzurgs as well. We saw there was Bhai Ram Kaur Ji. We have saw them few times already, and again Bhai Ram Kaur Ji is very influential. They are from the lineage of Baba Buddha Ji, and today is the Prakash Purab of Baba Buddha Ji, and we are also talking about their descendant Baba Gurbaksh Singh or Bhai Ram Kaur Ji. And they had a lot of contribution, because the tilka, the Gurgaddi tilka of the Guru Kar, was always only put by Baba Buddha Ji or their lineage. So all the gurus, during the Gurgaddi, they would have a tilk put on their forehead, and this tilk was put by Baba Buddha Ji, and after they left, it was done by their descendants. And now during the time of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, their descendant is Pai Ram Kaur Ji, and they also performed the Lama of Mata Sahib Devan Ji and Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. That was how great Baba Buddha Ji is, that even their lineage was so great that they were still served. Not only they served the Gurus in their whole life, but their lineage continued, all the descendants continued to serve Guru Maharaj. And now Pai Ram Kaur Ji is still with Mataji. And when we go through history, we would even see that when we say the Singhs, they leave Hajur Sahib, some of them would continue staying there, and there would be some Singhs that are very Vairagi, so they would go to Pai Ram Kaur Ji, because Pai Ram Kaur Ji, they knew all the history of the Gurus, and they would go, and these things, because they are in such a pain of separation from Kalgitar Padshah Ji, they would go to meet Pai Ram Kaur Ji, and they would ask Pai Ram Kaur Ji to narrate the whole life of Guru Gobind Singh Ji to them, because Pai Ram Kaur Ji has known Guru, they had stayed with Guru Maharaj all their life, and they have known them since young. So then they would ask Pai Ram Kaur Ji to narrate the stories, all the life story of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, so that they would feel better, and that would help them in their grief. So that is one of the another contribution of Pai Ram Kaur Ji. There's a very Vistharnal in detail all this Sakya of Pai Ram Kaur Ji. It comes in Suraj Prakash, just at the beginning of Suraj Prakash, when we are going to start the Prasang of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. Before that, there's a lot of Prasang and Sakya about Pai Ram Kaur Ji, about how they narrated the history, and how even that has an influence on the writings of Suraj Prakash. So that's another topic, but again, Pai Ram Kaur Ji, we can see they are very influential because they are still with Mataji in Delhi as well. Then Mama Sahib Singh Ji, the brother of Mata Sahib Deva Ji, they are still with Mataji as well. And Jassa Singh Ahluwalia, they since young, they have been staying with Mataji as well. They have been in their presence. And Mama Kripal Singh is the brother of Mata Gujri Ji, and they would be very old by this time. And Pai Nandalal Ji, as mentioned before, and all the other Singhs. So they got this Akhand Jap organized, they had the Poga, and they got a very big langar done. And in Bahadur Shah, because we saw that Bahadur Shah was a Shardalu of Guruji, so Bahadur Shah was also very sad that Kalgitar Padshah Ji has left to Sachkhand. So he came to Mataji and he did afsos. And after he also donated a lot of ration, and he did a lot of charity in conjunction with Guru Maharaj's Jyoti Jyot. And after doing all this, actually he insisted, he did a lot of beintiyan to the Matawa to receive this peta, and therefore the Matawa received it. And we then saw the Matawa, they went to Mathura, because Raja Jai Singh, which comes in the Jeevani of Guru Har Krishan Ji Maharaj, they invited Guru Har Krishan Ji Maharaj to Delhi. So his area was Mathura, and he was a Shardalu of the Guru Kar. Therefore the Matawa, they went to Mathura. And we saw that there were few other historical events at Mathura as well. And that is something that makes this pothi very interesting, because we get to learn so many side information. For example, yesterday we learned that Mathura was visited by Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. It was even visited by Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj when they were going to Gwalior Kila. And then we saw Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji came here as well when they were going to Patna Sahib. And Bhai Gurdas Ji used to come here to do Prachar as well. So the Matawa, they got a Dharamshala built here. They got a learning institution built in Mathura, because the Prachar there was going well. And they also went there because the Sangat, they had a good support from the Sangat. And Raja Jai Singh got a very nice accommodation built for them. And they also gave them 2 villages under the Matawa's name. They stayed there for a bit, and then they got to know that some people in Delhi who were basically not happy with the Guru Kar, they purposely built a mosque at the Shahidi Asthan of Tan Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. So when the Matama, when they got to know this, and when they got to know that the area of the Shahidi Seesganj Sahib, that some people purposely built a mosque, Mata Sahib Devanji, she closed her eyes and she opened it back and she said, don't worry, because there would be one person that would come, basically the Khalsa, there would be a Sardar, and there would be my own Sikh. They would destroy this purposely built mosque. So basically we are not against any religion or anything, but this mosque is built purposely at the Shahidi Asthan of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. That's why Mataji said, don't worry, my Sikh would come and he would destroy this mosque and he would build the historical Asthan there. And she was actually hinting to Sardar Baba Baghel Singh Ji, because Baba Baghel Singh Ji later on conquered Delhi, and when they one of the agreement that they would leave Delhi is they want to build historical shrines around Delhi, and this included Seesganj Sahib, Rakabganj Sahib, Bangla Sahib, all this Moti Bagh, there's Nanak Pio, there's all this Gurdwara that is currently there, about 10 historical Gurdwara in Delhi, and all these Gurdwara, most of them were built because the Khalsa conquered Delhi, and they demanded that we want this Gurdwara built, we want the place to build it, we want the money to build it, and we would stay here until the whole Karaj is done, the affair is done. And that is how they got all these itihasik asthans built in Delhi, and that is why we can do the darshan today, because of the Khalsas the Khalsa conquering the Red Fort. So at once the Red Fort had a Nishan Sahib. So then we stopped. This is where we stopped yesterday. We paused our discussion, and today we would continue. We would see the Matawa looking at all the situation. They would go back to Delhi from Mathura after staying there for a few years, and then we would see how what happens in Delhi, basically their usual routine in Delhi. And we would see then, we have come to where we actually last time we covered that Mata Sundri Ji, she had an adopted son, and her adopted son's name was Ajit Singh. And today, and when we were covering that, we mentioned that he would turn out to be not a very nice person, and we would see today what did he do and what is the consequences that he faced for doing those actions. And before we start, let us put our consciousness in the holy charan of Tan Mata Sahib Devanji. 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 Satnam Sri Vaheguru. ਇਸੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਅਰਜ਼ੋਈਆਂ ਕਬੂਲ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਅਤੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਚਾਰਦਿਆਂ ਕੁਝ ਕੁ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਮਥੁਰਾ ਵਾਲੇ ਅਸਥਾਨ 'ਤੇ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੇਰ ਚਰਨ ਪਾਏ. So looking at the situation where there is a mosque built at the Shahidi Asthan of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. So basically Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj is not only the Guru, but he's also the father-in-law of Mata Sahib Devanji, because he's the father of Tan Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. So when they saw all this situation, the Matama, they decided to go back to Delhi. And when they decided to go back to Delhi, they left some things, because remember they built a learning institution, a Dharamsala in Mathura, so they left some things there as well to do the seva of the Asthan and to take care of the Sangat as well. ਦਿੱਲੀ ਦੀ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਗੁਰੂ ਸੰਗਤ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੁੰਦੀ. So all the sangat we have saw before this as well. The Delhi sangat really loved Mata Sundari ji and Mata Sahib Devan ji, and they used to do a lot of seva of both of the Matama, and so they continued doing it. Naam Bani Kirtan Langar da Parwah Chalda. So they used to have Naam Bani done all the time, Kirtan and Langar. ਭੁਜੰਗੀ ਜੱਸਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਆਲੂਵਾਲੀਆ ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਮਾਤਾ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਦੇ. So ਜੱਸਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਆਲੂਵਾਲੀਆ, he is still in the presence of Mata Sahib Devan ji, and he used to do kirtan with his mother. So he and his mother, they used to do kirtan, and then ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਮਾਤਾ ਦਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰ ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਮਾਤਾ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਦੇ. ਉਪਰੰਤ ਮਾਤਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇਵਾਂ ਜੀ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੀ ਵਿਆਖਿਆ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਉਪਦੇਸ਼ ਬਖਸ਼ਦੇ. So after Jassa Singh Ahluwalia, after he and his mother, they used to do kirtan, and after they finished doing kirtan, Mataji used to do katha. We have discussed this earlier as well, that this is an interesting fact about Mataji, where she used to do katha. So she used to tell the Sangat about the Upadesh, about the Guru Maharaj's bachan, about the arth of Gurbani to the Sangat that comes to do darshan. आशीर्वाद सवल्ली नज़र द्वारा नदरी नहाल कर दे. So the Sangat listening and having darshan of Mataji, they were all in bliss. बातन ही बैकुंठ समाना. बातन भाव बचन. माता जी दे बचन ही बैकुंठ समान सन. So this pankti batan hi baikuntha samana, it means the bachan of Mataji, whatever she say, is equivalent of Baikunt, of Sachkhand, it's equivalent to Sachkhand. ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਬਚਨ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਜ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੈਕੁੰਠ ਧਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਨ. So whenever the Sangat, they used to hear the bachan of Mataji, they used to feel as if they were in Sachkhand. That is how powerful the katha or the bachan of Mata Sahib Devan ji was. वह माता जी दे बचना नाल ही बैकुंठ विच मिल जाइदा है. And also by the bachan of Mata ji, because she is giving the upadesh of the Guru, if someone listens to bachan of Mata ji, and they can also gain a place in Baikunt, they can gain a place in Sachkhand. Later on we would also see in Mataji's Hukamname, there is where we can get to know some of Mataji's bachan that she used to give her Sangat, and we can also see some similarities that we can see across all her Hukamname, where she would emphasize on certain things, certain same things in each Hukamname. So certain things would be different, but there would be some bachan that she would say in all her Hukamname, the same bachan. So that we would see that when we are covering the Hukamname in few days. But also the Sangat that was listening to the bachan, they always felt that they are in Sachkhand. And also this last line, Mata ji de bachna naal hi baikunt vich mil jaida hai. Even now, if we follow this bachan, we follow the bachans of Mata ji, we follow the bachans of Gurmat, Ansar, all these bachans, we can also gain a place in Sachkhand through Mata ji's bachan. ਇੰਨੀ ਦਿਨੀ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਮਾਤਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇਵਾਂ ਜੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਬਖਸ਼ੇ ਹੋਏ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੋਧ ਕੇ ਪਲੰਗ ਤੇ ਬਿਰਾਜਮਾਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਗਏ. So one day Mata ji, she put all this shastra. Remember when she left Hajur Sahib, Guru Maharaj blessed her with some bakshisha in the form of shastra. They gave her the shastra that was belonging to their grandfather, Guru Har Gobind ji. And this shastra was passed down to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, and they gave these shastras to Mata Sahib Devan ji. They said, do the puja of these shastras, keep them, and if you want to do my darshan, just have this darshan of the shastras. It's the same as doing my darshan. And in that way Mataji used to do the prakash of these shastras on a palanga, on we discussed that before, that when the Shastras even arrived in Delhi with Mataji, that's the first thing they did. They actually got all the Shastras put on a very high platform and respectfully with Mataji's basically Mataji were there doing it themselves. So even now Mataji was basically arranging all the Shastras on that platform, and she was resting them there when माता सुंदरी जी दा गोद लिया पालक पुत्र अजीत सिंह ने ओ शास्त्र अपने गल विच पा लए. So what this adopted son, so that's what they're saying here, palak means palya hoya. So the person who raised this child is Mata Sundari ji. So this adopted child of Mata Sundari ji, his name was Ajit Singh. He took the shastar and he wore it, gale palya. It means he wore it in his gatra. Sevadara ne rokya. So the Sevadar stopped him because that shastar is not meant to be worn by anyone. Because they respectfully put it there. They do the puja as well, and also that's the way they get the darshan of Guru Maharaj. So when this child of Mata Sundari ji, when he put the shastar on him, the Sevadar stopped him, and सेवादारा ने रोक्या ता हंकारी अजीत सिंह उस नाल झगड़ पिया. So this Ajit Singh, he was in ego, so he basically fought with the Sevadar that was trying to stop him. So because he wanted to wear these shastars, so that's why he was basically they had an argument, the adopted son and the Sevadar of Mataji. And what did he say? Te keha main Guru ji da jaan sheen ha. He said, I am the basically I'm the next in line, because he's the adopted son of Mata Sundari ji. So he is saying that I have the right to wear these shastars. ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ ਸਜਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਹੱਕ ਹੈ. He's saying, since I'm the adopted son of Mata Sundari ji, I have the full right to wear these shastars. ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਅਤੇ ਅਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਝਗੜੇ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਦੋਵੇਂ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀਆਂ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ. So when they heard this argument going on with the Sevadar and the adopted son, both Mata Sahib Devan ji and Mata Sundari ji, they came to see what has happened. ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ ਪਾਉਣ ਤੋਂ ਰੋਕਿਆ. They stopped him from wearing the ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ. ਤਾਂ ਅਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੇ ਮਾਤਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇਵਾਂ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਨਾਰਾਜ਼ਗੀ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਸਹਾਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ, because Mata Sahib Devan ji, she was very angry at the actions of this adopted son, and seeing that she is very angry, what did he do? ਆਪਣੀ ਕਟਾਰ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ, so in this pothi is kai, you can change it to k and cut the te, ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਅਤੇ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਹੀ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਕੋਲ ਖੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੈ ਕੇ ਗੱਲ ਰਫਾ ਦਫਾ ਕਰਵਾ ਦਿੱਤੀ. So he was going to stab Mataji with a katar. He took out his katar and he was going to stab Mataji because he was in ego. So when you are in ego, you don't have the sense of yourself anymore. And he was also angry. It is said that when a person is angry, when do a person lose his taram? When he's angry. Because when we are angry, we can't think rationally anymore. So he was going to take his katar and he was going to stab Mata Sahib Devan ji. And when the Sevadar saw this, they stopped. They basically got in between this whole argument, and they stopped him from trying to hurt Mata ji. ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਰੋਜ਼ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਵਾਮੀ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਸਨ. So we need to remember again, why is Mataji so emotional about this whole thing? Why is she so angry at the fact that the adopted son is trying to wear this shastar? Because what else does she have now? She doesn't have any of her family with her, because all the Sahibzade, they have attained Shahidi. Her own husband Kalgitar Padshah ji has went back to Sachkhand. Mata Gujri ji has left as well. and both of this matawa, the only their support is the sangat, of course. But what is the nishani of Guru Maharaj? Where are they getting darshan of Guru Maharaj now? It's from these shastras. That is why they don't even eat until they do darshan of these shastras. These shastras are the only thing they have with them now, the only bakshish of Guru Maharaj that they have. That is why they are very emotional about it, and that's why the author is writing here as well, that this is the shastra that Mataji do darshan of every day. ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ ਦਾ ਅਪਮਾਨ ਨਾ ਸਹਾਰਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਅਤੇ ਅਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਨੂੰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਮੱਤ ਤੇ ਉਲਟ ਸਮਝਿਆ. So seeing the actions of Ajit Singh, Mata Sahib Devan ji, she was very upset, and she felt that the actions of Ajit Singh is against Gurmat. Of course, because he is acting out of ego. So Mataji felt that he did beadbi of Guru Maharaj. How? Because Guru Maharaj said that this shastra is my form as well. If you want to do my darshan, you do the darshan of these shastras. So it means the shastras, doing the darshan is equivalent to Guru Maharaj. So if the person is doing something to the shastra, it means he has done beadbi of Guru Maharaj as well. So that is why Mataji was very upset with him. ਹੁਣ ਜਦੋਂ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਨਿਰਾਦਰੀ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ, ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ ਛੇਵੇਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨੇ, and this shastra is not belonging to some random person, it belongs to Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj. So it is something so valuable. Maharaj ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਰੂਪ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਡਾ ਰੂਪ ਸਮਝਣਾ. So Guru Maharaj has told the Matawa that see these shastras as my own roop, as my image. So ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਨਿਰਾਦਰੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਨਾ. So the author is asking us to ponder that since the shastra is the roop of Guru Maharaj, if someone does something to the shastras, it means they are doing beadbi of Guru Maharaj as well. ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਮੁਖੋਂ ਬੀਰ ਰਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਚਨ ਨਿਕਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ, ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਭਾਈ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਲਿਖਿਆ. So when Mataji was in Bir Ras, she took out some bachan which is recorded by Kavi Santokh Singh ji in Suraj Prakash. Neh Javani ko pogan karai. They said, you would not see your... This is basically a very nice way, a beautiful poetic way of saying that you would die young. Because they say, you won't get to see your Javani, you won't get to see your youth. So in other words, he's saying that you won't live long. And this is very true because Sangat ji in Gurbani, if we read Sukhmani Sahib, it says, Sant ka dokhi ad beech te toota. So this is in line with Gurbani as well, because who are we talking about now? The Gurbani is saying about Sant Jan, but this is the mother of the Santa, because the Khalsa, for example, the Khalsa, if the Khalsa is the Santa, so the mother of the Khalsa, Mata Sahib Devan ji, we are talking about Mata Sahib Devan ji now. And even Gurbani Ansar, if anyone does the beadbi of the Guru, or even the very close devotees of Guru Maharaj, they would be destroyed. So in the same way, Mataji, seeing that this beadbi has happened, she said, you would not see your youth. Dukh te dharam har kar mare. They say you would die, and how would you die? Tu dharam har ke maruga. You would lose your dharam. So it means that you would do something which is atharmic, which is not dharmic. And we would see later what did he do when he died. So she said you would die in such way, you would die out of your consequences of doing something which is not in dharam. Hoye durdasha pura main teri. The whole pura, the whole city, you would not have any honor in this city. Mare kumaut nar nar heri. You would die in such a way that everyone would see that this is the consequences of doing whatever that you have done now, your actions of doing beadbi of Guru Maharaj's shastra. Hone bachan nikal gaya. So now the bachan has happened, that now Mataji in her Bir Ras, she had said out this bachan, so it means it would come true. माता जी दे मुखों निकले बचन हुण कौन टाल सकदा है. Nobody can stop, nobody can change this bachan now. The bachan has been done. It means it would happen because Mata ji is very powerful. क्योंकि सृष्टि दे रचनहार माता जी आप ही ने. So why is Mata ji so powerful? Not only is Mata ji because she is the wife of Kalgitar Padshah ji, that is one. But Mata Sahib Devan ji, as we discussed in our very early sessions, that Mata ji is the roop of Ad Shakti, which means if Guru Maharaj is the roop of Paramatma, there's no difference between Guru Maharaj and Paramatma. There's also no difference between Mataji and Ad Shakti. She herself is the roop of Ad Shakti. So when Paramatma created the world, he first created Ad Shakti. So the energy that would give birth to the world, to all the beings, should be a feminine energy. So therefore Paramatma created Ad Shakti first. And from this Ad Shakti, the Maya was produced and everything, and all this whole sansar, the Rachana, the birth of this sansar happened from there, from Ad Shakti. And Mata Sahib Devan ji is the roop of Ad Shakti. So obviously she is very powerful. ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਖਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਭੇਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤਾ. But they always lived just as a wife of Kalgitar Padshah ji. They never told anyone that I am the basically the Ad Shakti herself. She basically kept it Gupta. Just like our gurus, they would never show their Shakti out of if there is no importance of showing it, that if there is no need of showing it. So in the same way, Mataji kept her Shakti. She never told anyone that I am the Adi Shakti, even though she actually is. And because of that, Mataji was very powerful. Therefore, anything that she say would come true. That is why even until now, the next line would tell us, Brahm avastha wale sikh is agami baat nu samjh sakde han. Those with high spiritual understanding, those who are blessed with this understanding, they would know that anything that Mataji say would come true. That is why even until now, the children of Mata Sahib Devan ji, the Khalsa, even for example the Nihang Singhs especially, they would always mention Mataji's name in their ardas. In the ardas that we do every day, if you check the ardas of Nihang Singhs, they always mention Mata Sahib Devan ji's name as the mother of the Pantha. So that's why the people who are at Brahma Avastha, at very high Avastha, they would understand that who is Mataji and how powerful she is. And also this is why we are learning about the Jivani as well. We are trying to build a relationship with our Jagat Mata. So when we call her Jagat Mata, there's a reason. She is literally the Jagat Mata, because with her energy the whole world was produced. So if we are asking for something and we are asking it from the person that gave birth to all this, the dunya, obviously that's the best place to ask. And some people also say, some Singhs and some Sangat also say that sometimes when it's hard to speak to Kalgitar Padshah ji, it's easier to speak to Mataji. So Mataji would deliver the message to Kalgitar Padshah ji. But all this basically is beyond our comprehension for people that choose not to believe in such things. But again, that's why the author is saying that those with higher avastha, they would understand all this play that is happening, and they would obviously always keep Mata Sahib Devan ji in their consciousness. And the reason why we are covering this biography is also to build the connection, so that we have connection with our Panth Mata and get her asisa. If we don't know her, if we have no relationship with her, if we don't actually see her as our mother, how are we going to receive this asisa? So we should try it out. If we try to build a connection, you would see the difference that come to you, as Mataji would bless us greatly. Sama paake पालक अजीत सिंह ने एक बेनवे फकीर ਨੂੰ ਕਤਲ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ. So now we would see how this Ajit Singh, how would he die and how would the bachan of Mataji come true. So what did he do? He killed a fakir, he killed a saint, so and he murdered him, जिस करके बादशाह फर ਖੁਸ਼ੀਅਰ ਨੇ ਅਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੂੰ ਪਕੜ ਲਿਆ. So the Badshah at the time he arrested ਅਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਅਤੇ ਹਾਥੀ ਦੇ ਪੈਰ ਨਾਲ ਬੰਨ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਦੇ ਬਾਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਘੜੀਸਿਆ. So actually this Badshah, this Farkhushiyar Raja, he is actually the son of Bahadur Shah. So after Aurangzeb, we also need to note all these Mughal rulers as well, which guru's time is which ruler. So after Aurangzeb, we have the son Bahadur Shah, and Bahadur Shah was helped by Guru Maharaj to win with his against his brother. And now this Farkhushiyar, he is the son of Bahadur Shah. And because he was the Badshah at the time, he arrested Ajit Singh for killing this fakir, and Ajit Singh was tied on the leg of an elephant, and he was basically dragged by this elephant around the city for everyone to see that he has done this bad deed. ਇਸ ਦਾ ਸਿਰ ਹਾਥੀ ਦੇ ਪੈਰ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਣ ਕੇ ਫੁੱਟ ਗਿਆ. So this elephant, when the elephant's foot stabbed his head basically burst and he died. ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਬਚਨਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਐਸੀ ਦੁਰਦਸ਼ਾ ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਦੀ ਮੌਤ ਹੋਈ. So his death was in accordance with the bachan of Tantan Mata Sahib Devan Ji, where she said that you would die doing something very atharmic. So what is a very not dharmic thing to do? Atharmic is not dharmic. So he said you would lose. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮਾਤਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇਵਾਨ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਧਰਮ ਹਾਰ ਕੇ ਮਰੋਗੇ. And how did he how did he lose his dharam? By killing a fakir. What bigger sin can you do by killing than killing a fakir? Someone who is meditating on Paramatma, if you kill that person, it means you that's an example of how you lose your dharam. So that's the first bachan of Mataji that came true. Second, Mataji also said when you die everyone would see, and it really happened. The Badshah got him dragged around the city and he died when the elephant stabbed him. So that is how powerful Mataji's bachan is. ਦਿੱਲੀ ਦਾ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਵੀ ਹੁਣ ਸ਼ਾਂਤ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕਾ ਸੀ. They say at that time the situation in Delhi was peaceful, was shant, was calmed. ਬਾਬਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਥੀ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਸਮੇਤ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕਰ ਗਏ ਸਨ. At this time, Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, who took the revenge for the Chote Sahibzade, they and their Singhs, they have gained Shahidi as well at the time. And actually when you go to Delhi, there is also an asthan of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, where the place where they were tortured, the huge pillar, the wall that they were tortured on is still there in Delhi as well. It's a very hidden asthan, but it is still existing there. There are two Baba Banda Singh Bahadur's asthan in Delhi. So one is the place where they were tortured and one is built in their memory. So it's definitely a place that we should do darshan of as well. Badshah Farkhushiyar vi mar gaya si. So this son of Bahadur Shah, he also died after that. ਹੁਣ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਦੇ ਤਖਤ ਦਾ ਮਾਲਕ ਮੁਹੰਮਦ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਰੰਗੀਲਾ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ. So currently at this time is basically the grandson of Bahadur Shah, the son of this Farkhushiyar, and his name was Muhammad Shah Rangila. So it was Aurangzeb, Bahadur Shah, Farkhushiyar, and now Muhammad Shah, and his name was Muhammad Shah Rangila. ਇਹ ਆਪ ਨੇ ਵਜ਼ੀਰ ਰਾਜਾ ਰਾਮ ਤੋਂ ਜੋ ਖੱਤਰੀ ਘਰਾਣੇ ਚੋਂ ਸੀ ਦੇ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਪ੍ਰਤੀ ਸ਼ਰਧਾ ਭਰੇ ਬਚਨ ਸੁਣ ਕਰ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਾਵਨ ਜੀਵਨ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਸ਼ਰਧਾ ਨਾਲ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ. So this Badshah, this grandson of Bahadur Shah, even though he was the Badshah, but he had a lot of shraddha for Mataji as well. Why? Because his advisor, Raja Ram, he had an advisor, and this advisor would tell him the great Jeevani of Mata Sahib Devanji. So therefore, he had a lot of shraddha to Mataji. Raja Ram ji benti man ke ਰਾਜਾ ਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਮੰਨ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਕਿ ਬਾਦਸ਼ਾਹ ਚਰਨ ਬੰਦਨਾ ਮੰਗਦਾ ਹੈ. So Raja Ram, he told Mataji that the grandson of Bahadur Shah, he wants to do darshan of Mataji. Mataji ne agya ditti, so Mataji agreed to give darshan to him. ਤਾਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਅਸਥਾਨ ਤੁਰਕਮਾਨ ਗੇਟ ਜਵਾਹਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੀ ਹਵੇਲੀ darshan kite. So Mataji went to this place, Jawahar Singh di Haveli. We saw this as well when Mataji first arrived in Delhi. She also came to this place. So she came here to give darshan to the grandson of Bahadur Shah. ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਮਾਤਾ ਸੁੰਦਰੀ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਾਲਕ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਅਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਛੱਡਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਾਡੇ ਅਸਥਾਨ ਦੀ ਲੁੱਟ ਹੋਈ. Here when they met this emperor, the current emperor, which is the grandson of Bahadur Shah, Mata Sundari ji told him that where we were staying, so when they left that place after the death of the adopted son, they said someone stole our stuff. There was a theft that happened in our place, so the thieves, they stole a lot of our khajana. So they are telling this emperor about what has happened in their where they were staying, that ਉੱਥੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਲੁੱਟ ਮਾਰ ਕੀਤੀ. Some people came and robbed our place. ਲੁੱਟਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਮਾਨ 22 ਲੱਖ ਦੇ ਕਰੀਬ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ. So the saman, the khajana that these thieves took was nearly 22 lakh, which is extremely, it's very very it's a very high number, and it's because it shows that the Matama, they also had all the sangat was so shardalu. And we also saw how did the Gajara of the Matama was happening was because the Sikh, they used to give the swanda to the Matama. All the Sikh at the time, they used to bring their the swanda to the Matama, and because of all that, they in where they were staying, there was so much of khajana of the Khalsa, and it was stolen. So that's why they are telling this emperor it was nearly 22 lakh, which is really a lot considering at that time. So ਬਾਦਸ਼ਾਹ ਰੰਗੀਲੇ ਨੇ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਰਾਜਾ ਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਰੰਤ ਹੀ ਖਬਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਪਰਾਧੀਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਲੁੱਟਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਮਾਨ ਵਾਪਸ ਕਰਵਾਓ. So this emperor got his advisor to basically instruct his people to go and get all this stolen khajana, this wealth, back from these thieves, ਅਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਦਾ ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਖਜ਼ਾਨੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਰੋ. So they say if you can't get enough 22 lakh saman, though enough of what they have taken, make it the same amount by putting in khajana from his own government wealth. Because this is also because he had a lot of sharda to the Matama. So ajeha hi hoya. So they did whatever the emperor asked them to do. ਬਾਦਸ਼ਾਹ ਰੰਗੀਲੇ ਨੇ ਲੁੱਟੇ ਹੋਏ ਸਮਾਨ ਦੀ ਵਾਪਸੀ ਕਰਵਾ ਭਵਿੱਖ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿਣ ਦਾ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ. So he also gave them affirmation that I would be in your seva. It means that you can stay here safely in Delhi, and I would take care, and I would make sure that everything is safe and this robbery would not happen again. And basically they are reassuring the Matama that you can stay here safely. Dio darb bandana keen maya khush hoye a sikh deen. ਬਾਦਸ਼ਾਹ ਰੰਗੀਲੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਅਜਿਹੀ ਸ਼ਰਧਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੀ ਆਪ ਨੇ ਦਾਦਾ ਮੁਆਜ਼ਮ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਵਾਲੀ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਦੀ ਦਿੱਖ ਝਲਕਾ ਮਾਰਦੀ ਹੈ. So because he's the grandson of Bahadur Shah, so we could see some drops of how his grandfather was so Shardawan, because his grandfather was very close to Kalgittar Padshah ji. They had a lot of Sharda to Guru Maharaj. In the same way, it is reflected in his grandson as well, where this grandson also has a lot of Sharda to the Matama. ਰੰਗੀਲੇ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਕਿ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੂੰ ਰਾਜ ਭਾਗ ਦੇ ਮਾਲਕ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਹੀ ਹਨ. So the Matama he also got to know from the Matama, this Rangila Raja, he got to know that his grandfather got the Raj because of the help of Kalgitar Patsha Ji. We have seen how Guru Maharaj helped Bahadur Shah in Bagaur Sahib. So the Matawa told him the story. ਇਸੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੀ ਰੰਗੀਲਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਰਧਾ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਨਾਲ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਅਕਸਰ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੀ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀ. He used to, because of that, when he got to know, wow, my grandfather was given this Raj and we are having the Raj still because of Guru Kalgitar Patsha Ji. So because of that, he had even more Shraddha now, and he used to come and do darshan of the Matama very oftenly. ਅਸਥਾਨ ਵ ਬੁੰਗਾ ਦੀ ਲੰਗਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਰਸਦਾਂ ਬਸਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਭੇਜਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ. So this Raja Rangila, not only he used to visit the Matawa, he also used to give a lot of ration to the Matawa, and he used to basically, he maintained the Shraddha that his grandfather had, Bahadur Shah had, and he fulfilled this Shraddha by doing seva in the langar and doing darshan of the Matawa. So this is where we would pause today. We have seen how this whole incident of the adopted son of Mata Sundari Ji doing the Byadbi of Guru Maharaj's their own Roop Shastar, and how we have the main thing that we have seen is how powerful is the bachan of Tan Tan Mata Sahib Dewan Ji, be it in Bir Ras, be it in a good nature, the bachan of Mata Sahib Dewan Ji always comes true. So let us also gain the sisa of Mataji so that they would bless us in our spiritual journeys as well. Any mistakes done in narrating this Pavitra Jeevani of Tan Tan Mata Sahib Dewan Ji, I humbly apologize in the charan of the Sangat, and we are very near to completing the Jeevani, and let us hope that we get to complete it in the form of Sangat as we are doing every day. And may the sisa of Mata Sahib Dewan Ji be on us all. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.